Hello, Tim Man here in the BAM. Here I've got a 123 rebuilt, and I'll stop here and, well, before I go there, let me show you what I've done, and we'll get a better view. I'll stop here and put some other pictures or videos in, and we'll come back. Hey, Tim Man, we're back with this 123 for Mr. SlowMotion. So I've got everything pulled on this one side. This was a straight 12. You can see where it ended here, and then 123 added this 4-pill section. Originally, I sold him the non-dot Toshibas for this box, and he sent it to 123 to add the other 4 and rebuild it. So I am going to have to make some changes. Pulled all the metal clads and the capacitors, and they're slightly off. And I don't use a cheap capacitor tester. If you want to look that brand up, it's just a capacitor tester. They're about $300. It's the best in the industry. So needless to say, I am going to go ahead and get started on this one side, get it built correctly, move on to the other side, tear it down, put new peel strips in it. So 123 rebuilt this for him. He brought it to me because the relay was arcing initially. Found that the brass tuner was arcing, did not have enough Teflon between the insulator here originally, and then the relay also went out, so we put a new relay in it, and a new brass tuner a couple days after he got it back from 123. So he had a gamma match issue on his antenna, popped a peel, and he put another peel in it at his house, and could not get it to build any power, so brought it here, and we tested the transistors. We've got a decent gain on them. So and that's with a little Atlas. Put on my curve tracer. We're in the 70s and 80s. So anyway, I'm going to get started and get this one side built. All right, bum bum. All right, Tim Man, we're back here with this actual Fat Boy, which has a 123 sticker on it. So you get the pills down, pill strips, capacitors in between. Putting on the new metal clads. Some new old stock that I found, and I got the other side over here, so we'll start putting the capacitor across the top. These are the ones that we pulled out, and this is what 123 wrote on them. So 988, 989, or 987. I don't remember the values on them when I tested them, but I didn't get the same value. So talked to my customer SlowMotion. He said, put some new ones in. Let's go back. Let's get it all right, because it was running a little hot before. So the old ones didn't match up with the ones that 123 put in. Not saying he did anything wrong, not bashing him at all. Did go ahead and put new peel strips in. You can see, well, you can't see really, but maybe not on this one. A couple of them, the phenolic had pulled away, especially right there in the peel area, and that was one of the main issues that was causing it. I guess when he pulled out the other transistor that he had burned up. So. Oh, there goes 2 meter. All right, baby. 123 Fat Boy. So we got this section here done. Reused his feedbacks. Put all new capacitors in all the way around. And we're moving on to this side. Just thought I'd kind of give you a view. The peel strips, how bad they were. That's one of the things we're replacing, along with the metal clad capacitors and all the capacitors in it, to get them all 100% matched. All right, moving on to 123. Just thought I would show you how dirty that this side was. Now you've seen that we kind of cleaned up this side a little bit with the board. We didn't tear this, this section down or this down. Just kind of sprucing up this area a little bit. So I'll give you an after shot of kind of cleaning it up a little bit afterwards, so you'll see. All right. So you see in the previous video how dirty it was. I cleaned it up quite a bit. Working on getting the sockets clean. There was a bunch of gunk in there. I got a lot of the gunk out. Now time to clean up those ports. Get the transistors down. Get new peel strips in. And I'll be back. 1, 2, 3, Fat Boy rebuild. Got the peel sit down. The peel screws are not in. I just want to show you what the tops of the transistors look like. When I come back, you'll see how well they clean up. This Fat Boy 1, 2, 3. Originally 12 peel. 1, 2, 3 converted it to a 16 peel. Peel strips down. Cleaned up the top of the transistors. Did not clean off the bottom or the sides. Rather, I did clean the bottoms. But we'll get some of this slag and stuff off here in a little while. But you can tell a huge difference. Anyway, they're all, since they are used, they're matched to the gain level in order. So makes it kind of easy. Not easy, but a little easier on the box, having set matches that are together compared to a 40, a 60, a 30, a 10. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that particular is the order or the gain levels in the box, but all right, moving on. All right, back with this 1, 2, 3 Fat Boy. So some time has went since we did the last part of the video. I've got this whole section done, and this section is done. This section is done. It's all done. Now we just need to get ready to test it, make sure she's working. We will do that here shortly. 10 man here in the BAM. Everything I've done, and initially Mr. H had some reflected issues on his antenna and burn up the box. So in the when he burned up a transistor, if I may say, we also noticed that it wasn't building any power. So he went through and replaced, checked the transistors and whatnot, and then brought it here. Still wasn't building any power, and I noticed a couple of things as well on one of the peel strips. See if you can see a little tab there for the lead to the transistor. So anyway, yeah. So let's see here. Going through some of the parts I've pulled. So we went through and replaced the peel strips. As you can see, there was a lot of phenolic missing. Now this was originally a straight 12, and 1, 2, 3 converted it to a 2x12, and there's the parts. Now went through and as well checked every capacitor in it, and you guys know I don't use a cheap knockoff capacitor tester. I use about $380 capacitor tester, and that's all it does, just the capacitor tester. They are accurate. I got 2 of them, and I send them in to have them recertified about every year, so I know that they're accurate. And saying we checked the capacitors, and when I went through, now stating that 1, 2, 3 just may have matched up, some to put in the other 4 transistor replacement, but I went through and I checked them all, even the metal clads, and they were all off. And we're talking a wide range. Now, the heat could have done it. Not saying what he did was wrong, and I'm not here to bash 1, 2, 3 at all. You know, he's been in the game for many, many years, so you know, what he does is what he does, and what I do is what I do. Again, I'm not here to bash. Now, initially, the box came to me first because the output tuning brass capacitor, well, let me take a step back. He said the relay was arcing quite a bit. He'd never had that happen. So we got to looking, and well, I saw that the brass tuner, and I don't have any pictures or photos of it, the brass tuner was arcing. We can use this one as an example. Slide this down. And as you see in there, you see the white and the 2 pieces of brass. Well, it was a very, very short little piece, and it was arcing between the center and the ground. I mean, it was just continuously arcing. It may have been, you know, a 1/16 of an inch there. So anyway, I replaced the brass capacitor and put the same capacitance on it then, and ran fine. He got home, talked on it a little bit, and he noticed he had some reflect and popped a peel. Well, in his peel popping abilities, took out, you know, a transistor, and then had some other issues going on. So we went ahead and checked the transistors. We pulled them all out while he was here, and they were, you know, variation in gain, but you know, it worked. And also, this was the capacitor. Let's see here. This was the capacitor that I originally put in it. And I was as well trying to get it to build power. And you know, I was moving the tuner, and still just it wasn't building power correctly. So, and as I was moving it, sometimes it was making a little power and it would stop. So, and I got to thinking, and I threw the oscilloscope on there, and I was like, man, we're getting RF but no power. So the cap, when he had popped a peel, had generated so much RF at one instant, it popped through this Teflon and burnt through the Teflon. Let's see here. See if you can see down in there. It had welded itself together. And RF is no joke. You get an RF burn, you got some stuff coming. So, that's everything in hindsight. I didn't really do anything to the outer side. I did a little bit of cleaning on the front and the back, but I didn't clean anything on the amp itself. Let's see if we can go to the inside real quick. I did clean the board quite a bit. Now, you see from the other videos that I went through, and what I did was I took his other metal clads and I swapped them out. These are new old stock that I purchased the other day from a guy out in California. I matched them up 100%, so they're all set. All new capacitors, metal clads. Your 120s here, 270s here, 330s here. I matched everything out, swapped out some transformers that had the same inductance as these. This was a complete teardown, as you guys see. Put brand new 6 kV 150s in the back, and I also put a doorknob in the back to take some of that RF load off of this brass tuner. I left the brass tuner up front. I did not put no or any 100 ohm resistors here, you know, mainly for tattletale, but so oh yeah, we'll put a new relay in, and another new brass tuner. So that's when I rebuilt it. It's been sitting on the shelf a little while because he was going to come get it, but now he's having somebody pick it up for him. So I'm going to show you drive today. I'm going to start off with my top 99V. And we'll just show you drive. Let's see here. 500 watt slug. And I'm only going to put a 2-pill into it. Peak kit on 500 watt. There's 2500 watt. This is an average 5 watt. Back from the 10,000 watt bird dummy load. There's 100 watt for average peak, and the 5 watt reflect between the radio and the driver. So let's show you what the driver is putting out in peak. Showing about 440. The array saying about 396. So let's swap bird meter just to be on the safe side, because those are original bird, but they're 2 different models. And I did that for a reason, to see if we get any kind of difference. What peak? So this one is a little bit more accurate. See there? About 391. So that's a heck of a variation. Those original bird. That's the new bird. This is the old school bird. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. And move my 2500 watt slug back over for average. Alright, so 2500 watt slug in average, 5000 watt in peak, which I don't really care nothing about peak because I tune towards average. 5 watt back from 10,000 watt bird dummy load. There's 100 watt in peak. We'll show you what the radio's doing. About 32. And then a 5 watt reflect between the radio and the driver. We are on dummy load. That's my little driver. And it does about 250 bird. I guess I can show bird real fast. What the heck? Won't hurt. Now bird with this radio. So 500 watt slug on average. About 180. Let's swap radios and show you what bird is doing with my my middle 99. I call it my average 99. Now I'm only at 14 volts, guys. Let's see here. All right, there we go. So we're about 220 bird. I had my variable all the way down. There we go. Should be about 260, 280 average with that radio. So we'll go back up to this radio. All right, so now the variable's still all the way up. Turn on the box. I'm going to take out that 500 watt average. Put this 2500 watt average, 2500 watt in average, 5000 watt in peekaroo, and then of course 5000 watt. All right, so let's see what this radio right here is doing. Yeah. So we're seeing almost 3000 peak at 13.5 volts. What was our average? About 1450 on the average at 13.5. So let's go here. I'm going to turn this variable down. My power supply is hurt. So we'll see if we can make the power supply run here. Let's see what we get here. There we go. 13.5 and about 2000 average and about 24, I'm sorry, 27, 2700. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of it. See, our average goes way up, but our peak don't. So we're about 2250. See if I can turn my variable up just a little bit, see if we can get any more out of it. 2500 watt in the corner with a little bit over a watt on reflect. See if I can go a little bit more. Probably won't be able to. There you go, slamming 2500 watt in average. There we go. Look at the reflect. A little bit over a watt. See what we're doing up here on the Picaroo scale? About 3100 is what we were seeing there for a moment. But there's one thing we're missing. Let's see here. Let me get all these parts back in the parts bin, in the parts bag. Dropping parts over here. Dropping parts, dropping parts. Now this is a completely rebuilt box, you know, but I'm not going to take the 1, 2, 3 sticker off of it. I wasn't told to, so I don't feel the need to take another man's name off the box unless I am told to, and I was not told to, so thought I'll try to get this set up here. So there we go. So what I'll do here is I'll come in here, and I got a nice little spot there for me, and this was originally a Fat Boy, just so you guys are aware, originally a Fat Boy. And, well, I think it's pretty straight. And while I'm thinking about it, it needs a serial number, because I put serial numbers on everything. Then I'll do warranty seals as well. And I'll put all that in my system along with the warranty seal. Woo! Alright, so we got the little Tin Man there. And your serial number, sir. Here we go. Your serial number is. Alright. A little dusty. I may see if I can get something to clean off the top of the fans. I know where this box is going to be. Yeah, it's going to get back dusty again. That dust is on there too. Oh, like a good horsehair brush. So anyway, alright guys. Blur vision going on here. There we go. And by the way, that little 2-peel is just a little 1x2 is only running on a little 50-amp supply, 14 volts. So, Tin Man down here in the BAM, 2,500 watt average on 13.5 volts with only a 2-peel running it. Yeah. All right, I got a lot coming for you guys. I've been revamping my shop. Not necessarily this part of the bench, but my other bench, my shelving. I will no longer be keeping boxes for repairs. You send me an amp, I'm going to get rid of the box. I've got a second shop out back where I've got a lot of my metalworking, my drill presses and stuff like that. And it was packed to the gills. So me and the wife went and got rid of all of it. I'm no longer going to keep boxes, so amps will go back out with new boxes, new packing material. I'm sorry, I just can't do that no more. You know, before I was sending it back in sometimes in your box or another box, but I'm just going to go and get a new box, new packing material. I hate it. When you have a 10 by what was it, 10 by 20 shop in the back, maybe I believe that was a 12 by 20, top to bottom with boxes. Yeah. So, nope, can't do it no more. So, clean the shop out, and all that's going over to the landfill tomorrow, or here in a few days. So, anyway, Tin Man here in the BAM. I must go, guys. I got a lot to do. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.